Hello and welcome to the next episode of my channel where I'll be taking up the poem Keeping Quiet from class 12th. So in this poem, the poet warns each of us to practice silence and feel the power of silence. He says that all of us should count to 12 and then be quiet, silent and motionless so that for once no language will be spoken on the surface of the earth. Most of the times we are divided on the basis of language. There is a linguistic barriers between all of us, among all of us. So the poet wants no language to be spoken right now. In this moment of silence, poet doesn't want anyone even to move their arms. Now, arms here might have two meanings. First is your arms of the body. Second is arms and weapons and ammunitions. Again, the poet says his call not to take a step further, move or speak. So again and again he's saying not to speak, not to move and not to take a step further. The appeal to not speak in any language is symbolic of asking people to speak only the language of silence. This will give us an opportunity to gather on one platform and introspect. That's the key word for the poem. We need to introspect. We need to analyze what is going wrong, what is right, what is wrong. The appeal of not moving arms is made so that we must not move or speak but stay at one place and introspect. He wants people to let their thoughts flow without any hurry or rush. He emphasizes on the fact that if for once everybody goes silent, it will be a different feeling and a different experience to see the world come to a halt. When everything stops and everyone comes together in a sudden strangeness and a sudden moment of inactivity, the world has never ever observed such a moment before. When this moment of silence will be observed, then the fishermen will not be catching fish and the whales in the cold water will be safe. This suggests that the destruction of nature by humans will also stop, even if for a brief moment. He says that a man who goes out to collect salt will get time to look at his wounded hands and look after them, which otherwise would have not been possible for him because he's so busy collecting the salt. He doesn't pay attention to his hurt hands. Then the poet refers to wars and those that participate in it. Now there is some time to breathe in and out without being required to do what is usually done or blindly follow orders. So now no wars. We will not be made to fight. Now here the poet has mentioned about all kinds of wars, that is biological wars and the other wars with weapons. Now, at this moment of silence, everyone will be able to introspect and realize that in wars, there are no winners. War is always futile. This is what is concluded from the phrase, put on clean clothes. That means stop fighting and take a harmonious look. The act of putting on new clothes can be seen as taking a different role or adopting a different persona. They would be building mutual trust and brotherhood. In that moment of silence, humanity would experience complete harmony. The poet says that the silence should not be confused with human inactivity or death. What he's trying to propagate, what he's trying to preach is selflessness and stopping acts to meet one's selfish ends. They should not focus on their lives streaming smoothly, but also take a step back and introspect. They will be able to understand themselves and know what they want in life. When one cannot understand the inner self, their hearts are filled with sadness. And when we threaten ourselves from death, this moment of silence helps us to listen to our inner self. The poet states that the earth teaches us that after the end of each process starts a new beginning. On one hand, winter makes us experience the dormant state of life. Another example is the seed. It appears to be in apparent stillness, but underneath the ground, it is still growing. So, earth is the perfect example of taking a moment to introspect, which is also known as apparent stillness. It's not dead, it's growing under the ground. Similarly, the peace one will feel in the moment of silence would eradicate all evil thoughts and will initiate a new thought process of positivity. There will be no frenzy to work without a break. We must not only live in harmony with each other but also with the elements of nature. The poet asks to contemplate and think through to achieve brotherhood and understanding. So the poet starts the process with self. He counts till 12 and goes silent. Now, here, why does the poet count 12, not any other number? It can have a special meaning because we have 12 months in a year. Sorry, 12, yeah, right. We have 12 months in a year. We have 12 hours in a day. Okay, day. I'm not counting the night. So maybe that is why he has counted till 12. So I hope you have understood the poem. Thank you.